Like right now, me and Tank, like, it's weird because he love me to death. He know I love him to death. But we don't talk every day how we used to. Nigga, it used to be a time where you ain't see me without Tank or you ain't see Tank without me. But what happened was, I think what happened was, he just like, damn, bro. I feel like he look up to me so much. It's like, I let him down. Cause he know, cause he's somebody that really know like what I can do and how good I am. And it's like, he feel like, man, you tripping. You know what I mean?
Tell that nigga, tell Floyd to get on live. Tell him show where he at. You owe them people over in Dubai that money. Tell him to get on live right now. And he owe people in Saudi Arabia money too. Broke ass nigga.
It just keeps getting worse for Gervonta Davis, and this time around we've got Adrien Broner exposing him big time. Losing a fight is one thing. Taking a controversial draw in the biggest fight of your career? That's a whole different kind of nightmare. But here's the thing, it's not just his undefeated record taking a hit. This whole situation is tearing apart his closest relationships too. Y'all already know the tension between Gervonta and his longtime coach, Calvin Ford, has been brewing for a minute. But after this wild draw against Lamont Roach, yeah, it's crystal clear. These two aren't seeing eye to eye anymore.
He came to see me, Dad, slow down, I'm worrying about you because, boom, he knows that I spend time with my amateurs. You know me, both of y'all know me very well.
Yeah.
Don't I spend time with my amateurs?
Yeah.
All the time. That's my peace. And he know when I go spend time with my peace, I'm going through that. You know what I'm saying? When he was there, at least I know where he was at. Because it was something that we didn't do. It was something that we normally do. Y'all with me? And it was good for us to tell you the truth, because when I stepped back in the head Vegas, James, and I haven't been there, it brought back so much memories. When we first started off, and him seeing all us working together, he was happy. And at the end of the day, what it's about, the fight.
But it doesn't end there. Because now, Gervonta just picked a fight with Adrien Broner too. And if you know Broner, you know he wasn't about to keep quiet. All it took was one interview, one comment about the controversial draw, and boom, Tank snapped. So what did Broner say that got Tank so mad? And why is Tank pushing everyone away? Well, let's break it down.
Yeah, for sure. That's always will be big bro. Adrien, you know what I mean? Gonna be Adrien. I think he said something like he texted me and said he like you heard his arm when he slipped and fell. Hopefully he come back to the gym and stay focused and go on with his career. That setback ain't nothing. I mean, it wasn't a bad performance. If he just come back quicker and stay on his game, he'll get better and better.
Gee this, Adrien Broner did not hold back. In a recent podcast episode, AB decided to keep it 100 with Tank. No sugarcoating, no filters, just raw, uncut truth. And let's be real, we all saw this coming. Because eagle-eyed fans have been peeping something off with Gervonta for a while now, the energy isn't the same. The knockouts isn't the same. And Broner just confirmed what everyone's been whispering about. Now, let's not get it twisted. Tank and Broner go way back. These two used to be tight.
They asked Adrien after the fight, do you think you're going to get credit for the way you fought Pacquiao? He said, fuck credit, I got cash.
Broner was one of the first big names in boxing to take Tank under his wing. He was there when Tank was just coming up, hyping him up as the next big thing, and at one point, they were calling each other Little Bro and Big Bro.
Radio Raheem with Gervonta Davis and Adrien Broner.
When the announcement was made that Porter was victorious, did you agree with the decision? You have an opinion on who won the fight? Adrien, do you feel like talking? Because we saw your boy Errol Spence get up there, call out Porter, say that that's a fight he wants next. How would you see that fight shaking out should it happen? Break it down for me. Gervonta?
About who? Porter is a good fighter. I feel like Porter is a good fighter, but I don't see him like bringing something to the table that Errol can't take, you know. So I'm pulling for Errol for sure.
About whether or not Porter is able to make a jet.
That, you know, Sean Errol just.
But lately, that bond isn't what it used to be. Yeah, Broner wasn't in the camp for Gervonta's bout with Lamont Roach. Now Broner, he wasn't aiming for the jugular, he wasn't trying to clown Tank. He was just keeping it real. According to AB, Tank has changed. The Baltimore native isn't the same hungry, ferocious knockout artist that the fight world once feared. And Broner made a huge claim, Tank knows it too. That's why he's been talking about retirement so much. Not because he's accomplished everything, because he's second-guessing himself.
25 is at the next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight. You're out of it?
Yeah,
Care to elaborate on that?
out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
Broner pointed out how Tank has been moving differently, looking weary, overconfident, and way too comfortable. The killer instinct that made him a superstar? It's fading. Now, let's keep it a buck. Broner isn't lying. In his last few fights, Tank has been way more cautious, more defensive, less explosive. Yeah, the power is still there, but the urgency, the raw aggression, the beast mode mentality, it's slipping.
Walking that boy down, Alright, everybody out back. In the back.
I know you're gonna do that work.
You don't like body shots. You don't like body shots. I don't want to prove to you. I want to prove to the niggas that you prove with. I want to prove to the niggas back home.
They know what you
in
don't
Detroit.
know. They know what you don't know.
You from the suburbs.
They know what you don't know.
You is trash.
You say about everybody.
You
You
from the
ain't fun nobody like
suburbs.
you. That's
You
the
from the
thing.
suburbs.
That's the thing. You ain't fun nobody like you. That's the problem.
And your trainer, he wearing much money, bro. Ass whooping time.
Champion's back.
Eighth round. Probably that eighth round.
Whatever round you fuck around,
I
act
got it.
crazy and run into some shit.
And Broner isn't the only one saying it. Boxing fans, analysts, and even former champs are starting to wonder if we've already seen the best version of Gervonta Davis.
We talked about it before the fight, and here we'll see why Garcia was open to it. He got off balance, got hit.
Straight, he's had his head up high like he normally does, and guess what? He got comfortable. He was feeling himself because he was letting in some few shots. But Gervonta Davis came in with that beautiful overhand left.
And one important point is,
Tank has been losing it left and right ever since the fight world started calling him out over that controversial draw against Lamont Roach.
said, when you gonna be next?
And let's be real, everybody thought Lamont had that fight in the bag.
Clearly in there, man. I thought I won. I thought I did enough to get the victory over a spectacular fighter. I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the bills. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate true boxing media. Some guys that didn't count me out. So that's just how I feel, man. I think I won. And, I can't wait to do it again. I can't wait to dance again.
When the judges were about to announce the scorecards, there wasn't a single person in that arena who thought Tank was walking out with a draw. Roach had outboxed him, outworked him, and straight up looked like the better fighter that night. But then the judges hit us with that wild decision, and the entire fight world was left scratching their heads. And Tank? He's been spiraling ever since. Instead of owning up to it, he's been dodging the rematch, throwing shade at Roach, and coming up with every excuse in the book. It's like deep down, he knows he didn't win that fight, and the pressure is getting to him bad.
Can you describe what the feeling was like in the ring? And was it to get the towel out, to get the burn out of your eyes, or what was going on? And
I didn't want to get caught. I didn't want to get caught while my eyes was burning. And you can get knocked out like that. So I'd rather take the knee than, But I didn't really know that you can get disqualified for all that. Or when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know. It's cool.
But here's where it gets even crazier. Tank isn't just beefing with Lamont anymore. Now he's got smoke for Adrien Broner too. Broner simply spoke facts about the fight, and Tank couldn't handle it. Instead of taking the criticism like a champ, he took to Twitter and fired back at Broner with a heated tweet saying, "Mind your own business and let me be. It was clear I won the fight." Well, that's not what boxing pros, analysts, and even fans believe. If anything, the consensus has been the complete opposite. Most of the fight world sees that draw as a robbery and thinks Tank got let off easy by the judges. So now, instead of proving everyone wrong with a rematch, Tank is out here beefing with his own people and acting like the entire world is against him. And look, we've seen this before. When fighters start getting defensive instead of proving themselves in the ring, it usually means they know something we don't.
Do you want that rematch next? And if so, how likely it is that we're to see that fight happen again this year?
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure. But hopefully we could get it before... Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
What is?
You might see it in a minute. You definitely might see it in a minute.
Look, everybody wants this rematch. Fans want it. Analysts want it. Even former pros are saying, run it back. But meanwhile, Tank is just sitting around thinking about retirement. Tank is 30 years old, in his prime, one of the biggest stars in boxing. And now, after one controversial fight, he's suddenly talking about calling it quits? Well, he's been hinting at retirement, or quite some time now, but this time around, he might really just hang up his gloves. And let's keep it real. If Tank is actually thinking about retirement, he can't go out like this. Your last memory in the ring can't be a controversial draw. Your last moment in the spotlight can't be you taking a knee in the 9th round, and the ref letting it slide. Because let's talk about that 9th round. That was the moment the fight world knew something was off. Lamont Roach had been pressing the action, lighting Tank up with combinations. He was the one controlling the pace, dictating the exchanges. And then, out of nowhere, Tank took a knee.
Yeah, he's waiting. What happened?
What is he doing?
showed tonight. He probably wasn't welling when he said that Grease got in the dive, but if you voluntarily take a knee and the rest start counting, it should be a knockdown. If that's a knockdown, I win the fight. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not banking on that knockdown to win. I just thought I pulled it out. What happens next? Shit, I hope we can run it back. I want to run it back for sure.
Now, let's get something straight. In any other fight, that's a knockdown. If a fighter takes a knee without being hit by a low blow or suffering an injury, that's an automatic count. But referee Steve Willis? He let it slide. No count, no deduction, nothing. And that changed everything. Because if Steve had done his job and ruled that a knockdown, Lamont would have won. Point blank, no debate. That single moment could have flipped the decision in Roach's favor, and instead, it got swept under the rug. So if Tank wants to retire, he better handle his business first. He can't let his legacy be stained by this controversy. He needs to shut the doubters up, prove he's still that guy, and run it back. At the end of the day, Tank's legacy is on the line.
I could have stopped him. It's me. Definitely my fault. It's all right. You know what I mean? You live and you learn. I definitely could have. That was on me too. That was on me for sure. Cause I ain't pick it up when I supposed to pick it up, and I could have definitely did more. Just a lot going on. But again, it was myself, you know. But you gotta go to the gym and, you know, get back to the drawing board and, you know, train a little harder.
He's not just fighting for a win. He's fighting for his respect, his reputation, and his place at the top of the sport. The whole boxing world saw what went down. The controversial draw, the 9th-round knee, the questionable officiating. None of that screams clear victory. And now, with Adrien Broner airing him out, the pressure is at an all-time high. Tank has two choices: run it back and prove he's the real champ, or keep dodging and let the controversy define him. Right now, he's talking retirement. But let's be real, he can't go out like this. If he really wants to leave the game as one of the best, he has to redeem himself. The fans want it. Boxing needs it. But the real question is, does Tank have it in him? So, what do you think? Will Tank step up and take the rematch? Or is he going to keep dodging and go out like this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on all the boxing drama. I'll see you in the next one.